Hello. It is B with the B code. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you to all of my subscribers and those who watch my videos. Please hit the thumbs up, like, share, comment when the video is over, and share this video if you like it. Hey, subscribe. So anyway, I've been triggered for a minute. I'm gonna get right into it. I've been triggered for a minute. There has been so much talk about older women, right? Older women can't get a man. Older women are lonely. Older women are gonna die with their cats, buy a dog, right? Lose some weight. Stop wearing weaves. You wear too much makeup. Blah, 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 blah. There's just so much going on concerning the older women. And I've said to myself, and I've known this for a while, I've even done a video on it, but I find myself having to repeat myself. And I'm going to continue to repeat myself where this is concerned, because these men are out here trying to play us. Older ladies, they are really out here trying to play us. So older women, hurry up and listen. The real reason you won't find a stable relationship after 40. Now, y'all know I like to do my research, right? And I did it before in the other video, but I said, you know what? Hey, I guess I'm just going to have to keep on doing a rebuttal, keep on rebutting, and keep on rebutting. And I guess bringing out different information when it comes to, the older woman and her supposedly not being able to find a man or a relationship or being rejected. What triggered me today, this morning, I was, out here in these YouTube streets like I usually am. And this video popped up, right? And the title of this video was Lonely Older Women Are Upset That Men Are Rejecting Them. And I took a little listen. I'm not going to play it. And as I was listening, I said, you know what? I said every few months or so, there's a YouTuber that gets on here and starts talking about older women and why they can't find a man and they've hit the wall and this and that and the third. So I said, you know what? I know what's really going on. And there is a massive amount of women that know what's going on. And then there's a massive amount of women that don't know what's going on. And this includes married women. See, married women aren't even telling y'all the truth. You don't hear, and of course, she's not going to be telling you all what's going on in her relationship. She's not going to be telling you there's something wrong with her man, or there's something wrong with me, or, this is how I've kept my man for so many years. They're not telling the truth. And these men are not telling the truth either. Now, every time I see one of these guys get on here talking about, older women are lonely and bitter and they can't find a man and they chose their career over a man and they wanted to work and be this and be that, and they passed up all the good men. They passed up the man that wanted to marry them. They passed up the guys, the nerdy guys in college. They passed up the high school guys that were not popular. And now all of a sudden they're in their 40s and they can't find a man and they wasted all their years and, they can't keep a man and this, all kind of stuff. Every few months, there's a YouTuber, a male, a black man that comes on here and talks about older women. Now, me personally, my YouTube videos that show up for me are mainly black, because of my race, my culture, different things. But and I haven't done the research on this. I have heard white women talk about what I'm going to talk about. I have heard, um, you know, some white men express, difficulties and different things, finding and keeping a relationship. But what I don't hear a white man or a Mexican man or an Indian man or a man of any other race saying that their women have hit the wall and they're lonely and they're bitter and this and the third. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about red pill. I'm not talking about the incel community. I'm not talking about, the red pill and that, circle. But I can say that this live that I'm doing today directly correlates with the red pill community. I'm sorry. Now, this is a topic that, you know, um, it's a sensitive topic. It's a sensitive topic for men. It's a sensitive topic for women. And as I'm digging and diving into this research, y'all gonna do it. I'm gonna do it while I'm on YouTube. Um, I just want to say that I'm in no way, shape, form, or fashion making fun of anybody because we all have our issues. However, one does get extremely tired of these black men lying about older women, about them being lonely, about them not being in shape enough, about them making all these excuses as to why men are rejecting them. Nobody wants them. Like I said, it's your hair, it's your nails, it's your weight, it's your wigs, it's your weaves, it's your six kids by six different baby daddies. It's all that, right? But they're not telling you the truth. Okay. The truth is just not being told. And I don't know if the YouTubers that are coming on here, I mean, I don't know if they're aware of this, right? But I know there's a whole lot of black men that are aware. There's a whole, I mean, I'm talking a whole lot of men that know exactly what's going on. And I'm kind of shocked that they wouldn't even come on YouTube and be like, no, women are fabulous. No, it's not their fault. This is this is one of the main reasons. And you don't hear anybody talking about it. You know why? Because men like to blame women for their problems. You see, they're always talking about, oh, women don't want to take accountability for their actions, and women don't want to take accountability about this, and women don't want to take accountability about that. No, it is the man that does not want to take responsibility for what's wrong with him. And he's consistently blaming it on women, as evidenced by the massive amount of videos out here talking about older women and how they're being rejected, not wanted, lonely, buying cats and dogs, and dying alone. Okay. So anyway, let's get right into it because I just really don't plan on being on here too long. I got some things that I need to do, right? Because I got a life too. Y'all do. All right. So the number one thing I'm talking about, and I'm gonna share my screen because we're gonna look into this together. The number one thing that I'm talking about is, and I guess I'm gonna just have to be professional about it, and because I'm not, like I said, I'm not making fun of anybody, but I do want to bring this to older women's attention because they need to know. You need to know, ma'am, you are still fabulous at 40, at 50, at 60, at 70. You're still fabulous. If you've kept up with yourself, you're still beautiful. You're still a desired woman. Don't ever let a man tell you that as a woman, you're not desirable. It's a lie. Okay. It's an excuse for the problems that they're having in their lives that is unfixable. Okay. So, what we're talking about is we're talking about male impotence. We're talking about male impotence. We are talking about erectile dysfunction, ladies. Okay, let me see how it looks on my screen. We are, let me see if I take myself out of this. What? Let me change the. We are talking about erectile dysfunction. I mean, it is what it is, right? So I asked Google, you see the question here, how many impotent men are in the United States, right? Actually, let me go over here first. I'm going to share this tab instead. I asked, my first question was, how many impotent men are there in the world? And I'm going to tell you, when I saw this, I was so shocked to find out. I mean, like, I knew, hey, there's men out here with erectile dysfunction, but I never really looked up how many. I mean, even in my previous video months ago, I never really asked the question as far as how many. But do you not realize it says estimates of the number of men worldwide with erectile dysfunction, ED, vary, but it's expected to be over 300 million by 2025, right? Now, look at this. In 1995, over 152 million men worldwide had ED. 2025, an estimated 322 million men worldwide will have ED. Like I said, I am not making fun of them, but we are going to have over 300 million bitch niggas. Oh, I said I was going to be professional. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. That just came out. Imagine what we're dealing with right now. So let's do a little math here, right? In 1995, let me see. How old was I in 1995? Let's see. 1995 minus 1975. I was 20. Wow, bitch, what? You was 20? I was 20, right? So in 1995, there were over 152 million men worldwide that had erectile dysfunction. And I'm sitting here at 20 years old saying, damn, where's my old husband? You know what I'm saying? Where's my husband? He ain't coming because he can't get it up. Right? He can't get it up. So in 1995, I was 20. If there were over 152 million men worldwide that had ED, imagine going through the years 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, all the way up until now. Ladies, do you not realize that the men in our age range right now, there's a lot of them suffering from erectile dysfunction? Ma'am, this is why you can't find a man, ma'am. It is not because you are in your 40s or you're over 40 and men are rejecting you. Men have no other option but to reject you because they cannot satisfy you. Now, I'm not saying that these men that have erectile dysfunction are impotent 24/7. No, they can get it up sometimes, right? But how can you call yourself, or wanting, as a man, how can you call yourself wanting a stable relationship and being in a stable relationship when you can't get it up at will, right? You may be able to get it up and then sometimes it falls back down, right? So how are you going to satisfy a woman, especially in her 40s or over 40s. No, no, sir. We needed to be put down in the bedroom because we are well enough aware of what's supposed to be going on in the bedroom and how excuse me, how things are supposed to be going down in there. So what these men are doing is they are purposefully not looking for long-term relationships. They're only looking for or looking to have a woman that's going to be available to them when they can get it up, right? We know about Viagra. We know about all the different things that are out there for, experience an erection and keep an erection and different things of that nature. But I'm going to tell you, honey, they're not being honest about it. What man do you know if he's not your husband and you guys haven't gone through that and discussed that and come up with the intervention of that Viagra? How many men are actually going to tell you that, oh, my Viagra is in the mail, or I got to go pick up my script for Viagra? They're not going to tell you that, right? So they're going to pop that pill. They're going to call you on the phone and they're going to ask you, do you want to go out or do you want to come over or whatever? And, they have already timed how long it takes for the Viagra to kick in, right? So they may take that Viagra at 5:30 p.m. after they get off work and get home. That's what, and it maybe take them, it probably takes about, or maybe that, maybe not. Maybe they take it about 7 or 8. That's why they calling you to come over about 9 or 10, because they know when the Viagra is gonna work, right? They can't be in a long-term relationship with you because then you'll find out. I don't give a damn what anybody says. There are still women 40 and over getting laid, okay? Getting laid in the shade, okay? Hitting the sheets, hitting the skins, all that. I think it's very dishonest for men to sit here and come on YouTube talking about women over 40 are lonely and rejected. No, baby boy, y'all have no choice but to reject us because you can't satisfy us. And like I said, I'm not making fun of anybody, but we need the truth to be out here so that we can come to some kind of resolution, because Black people are not going to get along unless we start being truthful with one another, right? So, ED is the persistent inability to achieve or maintain an erection sufficient for sexual performance. It's a relatively common problem that can be caused by a variety of factors. We don't give a damn because they don't give a damn and tell us the truth. Let them go look up why Willie won't stand up. It was estimated that in 1995, over 152 million men worldwide experienced ED. Okay. In the past, erectile dysfunction was commonly believed to be caused by psychological problems, and sometimes it is. But dig into this with me. Go down this rabbit hole with me. We're gonna go to Johns Hopkins Medicine and see what they have to say about erectile dysfunction, because this is a very important topic for women 40 and over. Because this, I hate when they do this, because this is going to calm your feelings of loneliness that people keep telling you that you are. They're telling you, as a Black man, why do you have to tell a woman over 40 that she's lonely? How the fuck do you know? How do you know that women over 40 are lonely? You don't know that. They are telling women over 40 that they are lonely, okay? You may hear a few women out here now and again saying, I'm lonely. Yes, I did pass up my college sweetheart, or yes, I did pass up the nerds of the school. Oh, yeah, I did pass up the skinny guy with the, kitchen in the back. I did pass up the guy that wore the bifocals, right? I did pass up the man that wanted to marry me and live a simple life. I did do all that. And yes, now I'm suffering. I'm feeling a little lonely at 40 and up, right? There's some women out there. But baby, you're being told that you're lonely, first of all. Life has so much to offer to where you don't have to be lonely, right? If you got your children, like if you have kids, why are you lonely, right? Why would you even be lonely if you have kids? Why would you even be lonely if you have family? Why would you even be lonely if you have friends? I mean, like, what the fuck is loneliness? Let me look that up really quick. What is loneliness? Let's look it up. Maybe we can figure it out. The exact definition of loneliness. So, okay, let's share this tab. I'm gonna share this tab. Okay, loneliness is an unpleasant feeling of isolation or being disconnected from others. It didn't say being disconnected from a man. It didn't say feeling having an unpleasant feeling of isolation or being disconnected from a man. It said from others, right? This is why I said these men are telling women 40 and up that they're telling you that you're lonely. Okay. Why are you lonely? Look at your life. What is going on that makes you so lonely? Do you need friends? Do you need family? Do you have places that you can go? Do you have the free will to go to these places? So sometimes you don't need money to go to the park and sit down and read a book, right? You don't need money to go window shopping at the mall and just be out and just be around people. Like, why are you isolating yourself? You do not need a man to not feel lonely. You need, if loneliness is what you feel, then you need your surroundings and you need other people in order to not feel lonely. Right? So, like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. They're telling you that you're lonely. And we're telling them, no, the fuck, we're not. And they're not listening. Okay? So that's why it brings me to this erectile dysfunction. No, baby boy, we're not lonely. You can't satisfy us. You can't get it up. Okay? And you want to blame us. Because I guarantee you that the 152 million men that are impotent, and that was impotent, and there's 300 million that's impotent right now, baby, because 2025 is right around the corner. So we might as well say the 322 million men that are impotent right now would love if a 40 and over woman would accept to just be carpet munched on for the remainder of her life. And you never know. If you were honest, there is a lot of women that just wouldn't mind being carpet munched on, wouldn't mind using toys, wouldn't mind, you know what I'm saying, being with you, but you're not honest, and you're cutting your nose off to spite your face because you doubt the caring and nurturing nature of a woman, because you also told her that she is worthless. So why would she want to be with men that tell her she's worthless and that she's hit the wall because she's 40? So you've cut your nose off to spite your face. There's so many women out here. If men learn to be honest and stop degrading women, and now just let's take it back to black women and black men. If black men stop degrading black women so much, we might take you and Mr. Limp and take good care of you, okay, and just get carpet munched on. So, what is erectile dysfunction? Huh. Well, according to, what is this, John Hopkins Medicine, Erectile dysfunction is defined as the persistent inability to achieve or maintain penile erection sufficient for satisfactory sexual performance. The Massachusetts Male Aging Study surveyed 1,709 men aged 40 to 70 years between 1987 and 1989 and found there was a total prevalence of erectile dysfunction of 52%. Sir, ma'am, this was in, we're going to just say 1989, between the ages of 40 and 70. Now, we did a little math, because y'all know I like to do my math. So, if we did a little math, if we said 2024 minus 1989 equals 35, if we put that's 35 years ago, if we go, oops, 35 plus, we'll just take the low number 40. These 40-year-olds would be 75 today, right? They would be 75 years old today. Now let's see how we can back it up a little bit. Let's back it up a little bit. Let's say minus, let's go 15. Now let's go back a little further. Minus, another 15 equals 45. So if we go back 30 years, or if we go back 30 years, that would mean that, go back 30 years, but bring the age up to 2024. That would mean men age 45 years and over and older have erectile dysfunction, right? Ladies, what are they saying? Oh, women in their 40s are lonely, right? So that means that if you are lonely, you can't find a man. It's not because of something that's wrong with you, ma'am, sir. It's because it's something wrong with the men. Okay, they can't get it up. So, what man do you know is going to put himself out there and try to meet women and date women and have a relationship with women and marry women, and they can't get it up? They're just not going to do it. They're far few and in between. And then the ones that have erectile dysfunction but can get it up and maintain some type of erection for a limited amount of time, on different occasions, with Viagra or without Viagra, they're not wanting to be in a long-term relationship anyway, because eventually you're going to find out that he can't get it up when he needs to get it up. You might be in a shower and you want to call him in the shower like, hey babe, let's get it cracking, and he can't get it up. You're gonna be like, oh fuck, goddamn, the fuck, I can't be like Lotto for the rest of my life in the booth playing with my pussy. Now come on. You know what I'm saying? Like you might have just got out came from a date, dinner, and movies, and you want to get busy in the daggone, in a garage, in a car, and the nigga can't get it. I mean, where's the excitement? Where's the fun in that? It's not the women's problem. It's these men. They can't get it up in our age group. They cannot get it up. They would love to be married, have a home, some home cooked meals, nice, fresh, clean pillows, blankets, all that shit done for them. Everything put together, a woman to hold at night. Oh, yeah, because these niggas is lonely. They want to be held at night too, right? But they can't perform like we need them to. Like they know they're going to have to perform for a 40 and older woman. Now they can go and dupe these young girls, right? They can go and dupe these young girls. See, because here's the trick. They're trying to tell you, oh, we're looking for the younger girls and this, that, and the third. They know these younger girls ain't ready to get married. They know these young girls ain't ready to get married. They know they don't want to marry these young girls. What they're doing is They, when they can get it up, they're paying, to play with these young girls. We're just gonna put it out there. They're paying to play, and they're making it seem like, oh, we want the young girls, we don't want these 40 and over women, they have hit the wall. No, baby boy, little Willie has hit the wall, honey. Okay, we may have hit the wall in age, but some of you men have hit the wall in penile function. Okay, so this is the major problem, and I'm tired of hearing these men constantly telling older women that we're lonely. Why do you have to tell me that I'm lonely? Why do I have to be told that I'm lonely? Is there something I'm doing that makes you think that I'm lonely? Like, what am I doing that makes you think that I'm lonely? Having coffee by myself? I don't know. Sitting outside having a cigarette by myself? Like, what is telling you shopping by myself? Because I ain't gonna buy the grocery shop with, or I ain't gonna buy the go to the mall shopping with. Like, what is it about 40 and over women that is causing these men to tell us that we lonely? Like I don't get it. I really don't. Is it because you don't see us with a man, so you think we can't get none? Funny, real funny. So, in the past, erectile dysfunction was commonly believed to be caused by psychological problems. It is now known that for men, erectile dysfunction is caused by physical problems, usually related to the blood supply of the penis. Many advances have occurred in both diagnosis and treatment of erectile dysfunction. What are the risk factors for erectile dysfunction? We don't give a damn. Go fix yourself. Quit finding the time to blame shit on women or women over 40. Go do your own goddamn research and see if you can fix Lil Willie, and stop telling women 40 and over that we are lonely. Now, I also looked up, I did it worldwide, but I also looked up the United States, because I said, hey, let's bring it down to where we are. Like, we know, we ain't in the other parts of the world. We in the United States of America. So it says, when I asked the question, how many impotent men are in the United States? It said erectile dysfunction, also known as impotence, affects about 30 million men in the United States. ED is more common in older men, but it's not a normal part of aging. See, y'all was too busy worried about other things, and you weren't taking care of yourselves. It is not because you're 40 and over that Lil Willie can't stand up. It is because y'all didn't take care of yourselves. See, while Black women, while we're taking care of our toes, while we're taking care of our nails, while we're taking care of our hair, while we're taking care of our faces and makeup and, bodies and different things of that nature, and taking care of the kids, you niggas didn't even have enough sense to take care of your doggone selves. It's a physical condition. It's physical conditions that have brought you to the point of ED, erectile dysfunction. Right? You thought it was all fun and games. So we're going to look at some factors. Right now, we're going to look at some factors, because this contributes to why y'all niggas can't get it up. Some other factors about ED include about half of American men over 40 have some degree of erectile dysfunction. ED is strongly linked to a sedentary lifestyle. You niggas is lazy, poor diet. You have passed up the fat bitch that would have cooked you some good ass healthy meals, and lots of television. And you niggas is too busy on porn sites playing with Lil Willie. Okay, that's the television y'all watching, because you're not watching freaking Criminal Minds. You're not watching sports. Maybe I'll give it to you. Maybe you're sitting on the couch watching sports, but that's not year round. So you're too busy on YouTube watching booty pics and camel toes and different things of that nature, instead of getting your ass taking care of your body physically. So we're fat on the outside. We're all fat and fucked up on the outside, but y'all skinny and fucked up on the inside. Wow. Really? Risk factors for ED include diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, obesity, depression, physical inactivity, and high cholesterol. You niggas is eating too many neck bones. Okay, hog mogs, pig's feet, goddamn chitlins. Okay, a lot of you don't know that you have diabetes and high blood pressure. Right? You think you're just tired with a headache for nothing. No, nigga, your blood sugar is up, and so is your blood pressure. Okay? There are many safe and useful treatments to help men improve their sexual functions. No, you're done. I'm sorry. You're done. Right? Because if you do not have a routine in your life that started very young, it is hard for a 40 and over man, 40 and over year old man, to now come up with some routine that's going to fix his ED, erectile dysfunction. Just like it's hard for women 40 and over to lose that fat ass, it's hard for 40 and over men to now want to get in shape and take care of the diabetes that they didn't know that they had and the high blood pressure and different things of that nature, right? And you got some fat guys out here too. Okay, and you got a lot of men out here suffering from depression and that are lazy, right? Don't work and your cholesterol is high. Okay, so 30 million men in the United States. 30 million. That's a lot of guys, right? And the reason, mm, think about who would be having all these different types of issues, not knowing that they have diabetes, not knowing that they have heart disease, not knowing that they have high blood pressure, right? Not knowing that they have high cholesterol. Who would be suffering from these types of things and would not know it? Well, it's going to be black men in the poorest of communities. It's going to be the black men with jobs that provide no medical insurance. It's going to be black men who don't take care of their health, who don't go to the doctor. And these are the main ones that are talking about, oh, you hit the wall. You 40 and over women are lonely and rejected. Nigga, when's the last time you've been to the doctor to have your damn blood sugar and your blood pressure checked? When? When? The only time y'all go to the doctor is if something wrong with Willie, specifically, like VD. Okay? Right? So I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of women 40 and over being blamed because it's not our fault. It is your fault. You can't get it up. Therefore, you can't seek out a relationship. Right? It would be like two bitches sitting on the couch. I'm sorry, but y'all want to talk y'all shit. Well, I'm gonna continue. Every time I see a video, I'm gonna do one on erectile. I'm gonna do every time I see a video talking about women 40 and over are lonely. Buy a cat, you're gonna die alone. I'm gonna do a live on erectile dysfunction until I have so many erectile dysfunction videos out there, but women over 40 are not gonna. They ain't gonna have no choice but to listen. And then you know who else is gonna start listening? Women younger than 40, and they gonna start figuring out y'all erectile dysfunction games because it's these young girls. They're saying to themselves like, "Damn, he's fine. He got a good job. He making at least about." A lot of these men, a lot of these impotent men, they're making six figures. A lot of them are making six figures, right? But they can't get it up. And you will find that whenever you find a guy that's like, oh no, you know, I wanna wait, I wanna get to know you, girl. Bye. Either he can't get it up or it's little. Mm. Because men that are confident in their penis size and their erection, they want to get going. Damn, as soon as they meet you, right? So anyway, like I said, I had this story I wanted to share. I have this story I wanted to share. Hold on. Okay, I got a story I want to share. There are stories out there. You just got to look them up. Let me share this tab instead. So this is a story this woman is telling her. I dated a 34-year-old man with erectile dysfunction. Does it say? It doesn't say when this was done. Let me go down here, scroll down here. It just says 2010 to 2024, so we don't know when. But anyhow, this is her story of dating a man with erectile dysfunction. So I was recently uh I recently was in a situation in which the man I was dating had no idea he had ED. I heard from the rumor mill that he was not very good in bed, but I know that I am a strong lover and I was not scared off by that rumor. He is 34 years old and relatively healthy, so I never even considered that ED was a possibility. I shared an office with this guy for 2 years, and we told each other everything about our dating lives. My dating stories always ended with me transitioning from having a fully present sexual partner to going solo again. His stories always ended with him questioning why the girl he was dating lost interest in him. This guy was wonderful. He seemed like he was everything that I wanted in a partner. So I wonder, why is he still single? I dislike when men ask me that. My answer, I'm single because I have not met a man who can tame the wild creature inside of me. It would be the opposite for me. I ain't found a man because I ain't found the one that can bring the wild creature out of me. Okay. Um, Wild creature inside of me, wrap a chain around my heart and tie me to him forever. Sometimes I say I'm single because I have demanded a Tiffany and Company ring from a man who would never be able to afford it. After 2 years of our sharing an office, I found a new job elsewhere. Coincidentally, Mr. ED and I were both single at the same time. We started spending time together outside the office and started feeling a deeper connection. We grew to have a strong physical attraction and decided to take things to the next level. At least we tried to take things to the next level. It was an utter disaster that ended with us both feeling embarrassed and disappointed. Now this motherfucker knew he couldn't get it up, but this is what they do. They be the perfect man that you want them to be. They do all the right things, say all the right things, knowing they can't get that shit up like it's supposed to be gotten up. And then pretend like they don't know what the fuck is going on. You know something wrong with Willie. Why are you playing? So they get you all hot and heavy, hot and heated, and then they can't get it up when it's time to perform. And he's embarrassed, you're embarrassed for him. So you start to feel sympathy for him. And you don't want to make it seem like, oh, well, I'm not going to leave him because he can't get it up. Because the relationship is not all about sex. And, you know, um, he's really sweet, he's really nice, and all that, and I'm gonna just stick by him and just see if maybe he could get the fuck all that, girl. Hit the door. Good, tell that motherfucker goodbye, because he knew it was something wrong with Willie. He was running game on you because this is exactly the direction he wanted. He knew things were gonna go in, right? Now, if he would have said from the start, babe, look, listen, you cute and all that, and I'm really digging you, but and I see that you interested in me, right? And but Willie can't perform like he's supposed to. I don't know, he might can when he decide he want to, but Willie is just disconnected from my thoughts. I can't think Willie up and then he stands up. I can't look at butt pics and camel toes and porn and different things of that nature and Willie get it. Willie got his own mind. Willie get up when he want to. Then if she say, well, huh, okay, well, shit, well, what you doing tomorrow? You wanna go take a walk in the park? And then he starts to woo her and treat her good and buy her flowers and whisper sweet nothings in her ear and be considerate, bring her lunch, spend time with her, different things of that nature. Okay, now you know things seem more honest because he was honest up front. But if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're with a man who can't get it up when he's supposed to, when you need to, when he call you, girl, bye. Tell him bye. We can't do it because you just told me up front you had these issues, okay? And then you get the ones that pretend like ain't nothing wrong with Willie because they can get Willie up, but sometimes Willie don't want to stay up. You wasn't honest with me from the beginning, and I like to know what I'm signing up for, right? So then she says, I just figured he was nervous because it was our first time. See how she making excuses for him instead of him just fucking telling her, listen, Mr. Willie can't get up. I can't get Mr. Willie up. So I don't know if you want to still communicate with me, get involved with me. I don't know, spend time with me, whatever. It's gonna be. I've been told you Willie can't get it up, so don't be expecting Willie to get it up now, because I told you up front. Different story. The next time we found each other in this situation, his body was once again not cooperating. Girl, because he already knew. Why you let him play these games with you? He told me that it just takes him a little longer and I needed to work with him. No, he need to work by his damn self. Okay. I tried his approach, but it was not getting us to where we needed to be for me to enjoy our intimacy. Now let me tell you, maybe his approach was some head, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. These impotent men, they still be in the bedroom with the porn on, jacking off the little limp dick. They still do that. Okay. Just because they can't get an erection does not mean they can't ejaculate. Okay. They still can bust a nut with Willie uh in his little boy state. Okay. It's just that they can't stick Willie in nothing. All right. I became so concerned about whether or not he was hard that I would lose my drive to continue on in the moment. God damn. Yeah. Now Willie up and I'm down. Okay. I tried to work with him, but in addition to having ED, he was awkward when he touched me. It felt like he was learning how to navigate his way around the female body for the first time. Girl, no, because he's 34 years old. When he hasn't had a lot of sexual experiences because he's been having ED, so he hasn't had a lot of sexual experiences because he's afraid to, you know, he can't really get down to the nitty gritty with women and just experience everything and just explore a woman and sexual activity in its entirety because he can't get it up. Right. So yeah, he don't know what he's doing because he doesn't have any experience. I tried to give him pointers, but it made him self-conscious. Wow. All this arousal with no climax was very distressing. I did not want to be intimate in any way. Needless to say, he became upset. He wanted to know why I wasn't interested in getting intimate, and I did not want to hurt him. I did not want to have to be the one to tell him that the impotence he was experiencing was not something that I needed to work with, but was something that he and a doctor needed to work with. Right. Like, what do you, why would he even be asking her a question as why doesn't she want to get intimate with him? What the fuck you mean get intimate? Like intimate like how? You can't get intimate. Like what are you talking about? What I'm just supposed to be touchy feel it's that shit gets irritating after a minute. All that carpet munching and titty rubbing and sucking and all that kind of shit finger. That shit gets irritating after a while. Because it ain't supposed to be just that. It's supposed to do the foreplay and then top it off, with laying pipe. You know what I'm saying? Mm-mm-mm. So he was insistent that I share with him what was going on because this same type of rejection was becoming a pattern for him. What? I am honest. So I told him. He was in denial at first. Then I told him that I had never encountered this before and that I lost my sense of connection when I was aroused and found that physically he was not. He assured me that he was aroused, but he had performance anxiety. He decided to see a doctor and a psychologist. He admitted that he had not realized that this was an issue and that he thought it was normal. Oh my God. No, he wasn't out here thinking that all men's penises perform like this. On top of having ED, he's naive and he's 34 years old. It means he has no friends, have nobody to talk to. He didn't even take the opportunity to read a book. He didn't even read a book. He didn't get online. He didn't do no research. Why my dick can't get hard? I mean, who wouldn't put that in the doggone search bar and ask Google a question? Who wouldn't do that? Like, where's your brains? I wish I could say that I stuck by his side and helped him work through his issues, but I did not. He went to a doctor and was prescribed some pills, and I wished him farewell as I no longer have feelings for him. I have spent too much time trying to help men when the truth is that they needed to help themselves. Hallelujah. Well said. Well said. Because we can't. Mm-mm. I've told y'all these men out they out here not telling the truth and they acting like they don't know. But then again, men discuss their conquests and how they was hitting it from the back, but they don't discuss how they, how Mr. Willie don't get up because it's embarrassing. They friends, get mad or want to make fun and jokes at him, telling them, Willie is broken. So they don't share that. But if as a woman, you've ever come across a man that has ED, you know, do your research because, honey, it's millions of them out here. And this is one of the reasons why they keep telling women over 40 that we're lonely, we're rejected, and that we've hit the wall. No, baby boy, you cannot perform. We sitting here, we're thinking like, oh, why are these men just wanting to date the young girls, and they're telling you, oh, they're giving you all these reasons why young women are better and this, that, that. They out here lying. They out here what we used to say, faking the funk. They can't even be truthful and tell the truth. They can't even tell the truth. So anyway, this is my story. I'm sticking to it. But like I said, every time I run into a video of a black man talking about how a woman 40 and over is lonely and rejected, I'm going to do a live on erectile dysfunction. Now, y'all have y'all self a good evening.